Since I've been doing this, everybody's been so incredibly supportive. I appreciate you all. For those that are new to the channel, this is Sports Talk Bears. Please like and subscribe, and I want to cover something here. The Bears, they're looking to define conventional wisdom with this recent interview request. The value that this candidate brings to the table, it is not what you think. So now we have Greg Olsen, not our former tight end, the offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, interviewing for our offensive coordinator job. I consider this an uninspiring choice, but something comes to mind that makes him way more appealing. Maybe this is an indicator of something else. Maybe this is an indicator that Shane Waldron, he's the front runner for this job. If he's hired, wouldn't he be bringing a good amount of his staff with him? And this is a natural way for us to see how Olsen would be in developing Justin Fields. I think that's the most likely scenario, or the quarterback that ends up being drafted number one. Once again, I'm not convinced he's an inspired choice as our offensive coordinator, but let's examine his work with quarterbacks first. To do that, we have to look at his career going all the way back to the 2001 season. That seems like forever ago, as a quarterback coach for the 49ers. And also, Olsen, he was with the Bears. He was with us as quarterbacks coach in 2003 under Dick Duran when John Shoup was the offensive coordinator. I know that's a little cringy. The thought of studying under John Shoup should be enough to make us run for the hills. If you like flat passes on 3rd and 8 for 5 yards, he's your guy. We've seen this nonsense with Getsy, and that's why he's gone. But anyways, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll keep going. I had to bring that to light, though. He was with the Bears only one season under Shoup, but he's been with 8 NFL teams. If we're looking for an experienced candidate, then he's definitely a consideration for sure. Like with 2 of the other candidates, Waldron and Liam Cohen, Olsen, he's spent time on the staff of Rams coach Sean McVay. It was in 2017 and also 2022. The other reported candidate is the 49ers passing game coordinator Clint Kubiak, as I've recently covered. The other teams Olsen's worked for were the Lions as quarterbacks coach in 04 to 05, the Rams as an offensive coordinator with St. Louis in 06 and 07, quarterback coach in 2017 in Los Angeles and in 2022, Buccaneers as quarterback coach and offensive coordinator from 2008 to 2007. It just keeps going on and on and on. One note with the Rams, he was offensive coordinator when Malk Bulger, remember him, he became the 4th quarterback ever to have a 4,000-yard passing season, and he's had a bit of success as an offensive coordinator. I'm not going to lie, and I'll give him this. He has a track record for developing quarterbacks. John Kitna, Drew Brees in college, Jeff Garcia, Josh Freeman, Derek Carr in the NFL, with equal parts of a commitment to the fundamentals, and he knows how to foster working relationships. These are the reasons why he's been coveted over the last decade, including his coaching prowess. He's been a very well-respected coach. He was the Raiders offensive coordinator for Carr's 2014 rookie season before he headed elsewhere for the next 3 seasons. He returned in 2018, and Carr had the best stretch of his career with Olsen as his offensive coordinator. So I want to make note of that, but he's jumped around a ton. Let's look at some raw stats during his time with Carr. This might be the best measurement tool. Over 4 non-rookie seasons with Olsen, Carr completed about 68% of his passes, 7.7 yards per attempt, had a 97.3 passer rating. That's pretty good. He averaged 4,252 yards, 23 touchdowns, 10 picks per season. So each of Carr's 4 best seasons in terms of yards per attempt come under Olsen. Carr averaged at least 7.3 yards per attempt in all 4 of his non-rookie seasons under Olsen, and he averaged no more than 7 yards per attempt in any of those 5 seasons. That's a lot of numbers. I mean, he had some good times with Olsen, but historically, I don't really think that blows the doors off. Prior to joining the Raiders, he spent 1 year as a Rams quarterbacks coach in 2017, and he helped Jared Goff recover from a historically bad rookie season to have a breakout second year. That is fantastic as a quarterbacks coach. This is a quarterback coach, by the way, not an offensive coordinator in these instances. So let's make sure we're making the delineation. So, in short, what does he really bring to the table? I've meandered all over. So let's see concretely what he brings to the table. I think his strength is a high tier quarterbacks coach. Let's look back in '03. He was hired to be the quarterback coach for Rex Grossman for our Chicago Bears. Grossman went on to go to the Super Bowl 3 years later. You can say he was a bit of a part of that initial development process because Grossman, he was not a huge Hall of Fame talent, if you remember. He struggled to get anything out of Joey Harrington in Detroit, but he still got an offensive coordinator position with Scott Linehan coaching Mark Bulger for the St. Louis Rams for 2 years. We saw the bit of success there. I already covered it, but in the end, he was demoted to a quarterbacks coach once again. He did not stick. Coaches he's been on staff with, they're John Gruden, his brother Jay, Sean McVay. Sean McVay seems to be the main guy that we're targeting as far as getting his disciples, right? But simply great coaching influences. When Olsen was with the Bucks and they switched staffs, he was once again promoted from quarterback coach to offensive coordinator. Let's look at that. He coached Josh Freeman as a rookie for 2 years. Many say that was a great coaching job because he did have a bit of usable success. But Freeman, once again, he was not an incredible talent. He moved to assistant head coach and offensive coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but that team only had Chad Henne at quarterback. It didn't go well. So there's another thing considering his career. He seems to have had a little bad luck being hired by teams with questionable quarterback talent. Insert Fields comments here. I'll see you in the comment board. This isn't about Fields, so let's move on. He went to the Oakland Raiders. Then he had Matt McGlowan and Terrell Pryor. Once again, not great talents, but then they drafted Carr. He was with them for a year, his rookie season. Then they came back, and we saw that limited success with him. He bounced around. 2017, McVay called him back for their 2008 time together. He brought him to be the quarterback's coach for second year Jared Goff, and that's where Jared Goff, he blossomed under him. So that is a fantastic thing. But once again, that only lasted 1 year. He was back to John Gruden for 3 years as the Raiders offensive coordinator. And after the Gruden stint, ended poorly, we can go through the email scandal. He went back to the Rams to be a senior assistant. That lasted 1 year. And now Shane Waldron brought him on to the Seahawks to be their quarterback's coach once again. So it's kind of hard to even keep track of all this. When it gets to a certain point, I'm really glad I have notes. So let's kind of land the plane here. What are the pros to him? He started with Breeze at Purdue. He has just about seen everything. Different styles, mobile guys, pocket passers, big guys, small guys, fast guys, slow guys. I mean, every possible type of quarterback. Olsen has coached them all to varying degrees of success. He's good with rookies. He's good with young passers. McVay, he likes them a lot, and they're from the same coaching tree. You got to be careful here, though. He's been an amazing coach. He's gotten production over less than great QBs. I mean, he got 3,400 yards and 21 touchdowns, only 6 picks out of Josh Freeman. He got a good rookie season out of Carr, but in hindsight, one thing looks absolutely masterful, and that's his time with Jacksonville. Blake Bortles, he threw for 4,400 yards and 35 touchdowns under his direct attention. So let's look at a little support from sportsmockery.com. I just love those guys. Let's look at this. We're interviewing him for the offensive coordinator role, and the thought of an experienced option that cannot blind us. Every single time he got an offensive coordinator job, he ended up flushing out and falling back to his true strength, and that is quarterback coach. Jared Goff, Carr, yes, Geno Smith recently. They have all had career years under his direct instruction as quarterback coach. Getting him as our quarterback coach, that would be absolutely huge. But it may take hiring Waldron to get him. I think I'm fully okay with this, and as things progress, I can even get excited about this prospect. Don't get me wrong. But if we're going to go to the experience route, if we're going to kick the tires, we need to please do something. Bring in experienced heavy hitters like Eric Bieniemy, Bevel, Caldwell. Yes, bring them in for interviews at the very least. Guys that have actually had tons of success calling the plays, overseeing the whole offense. Pairing them with someone like Olsen, that may be the best formula. And so far, I still like Waldron as the best possible candidate. So you guys let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Send me some comments. I really appreciate all of you. And I'm going to get rid of this story. I appreciate each and every one of you. The support has been amazing. Love you guys. And bear down. We're gonna get this offensive coordinator job solidified, and I'm here for it. See ya.